Hi, dog fans. My name is Oliver Nelson Jr., and I'm making a first-person systemic open-world narrative puzzle game called An Airport for Aliens, currently run by dogs. It just made its debut at the NYU Game Center No Quarter Shake showcase in New York. I'm very tired. It is 3 a.m., and we're going to play the first build since that showcase a little over a week ago. It is the first work in progress build that will actually be going into Patreon backer hands starting today. So let's jump in. There's 2 layers to An Airport for Aliens, currently run by dogs. I also call it Dog Airport Game because saying the title for my game makes me tired and sometimes out of breath. First is, of course, navigating these alien airport environments that are populated by stock photo dogs. That is an intentional choice, and I love it. The second is finding moments to reconnect with your partner who has to travel all of the time due to their work. You're constantly separated from each other in these little moments you get in between all the madness, whether it's at a Vaporwave Beach Planet airport, as you see here, or on the moon of Phobos, as suggested by the note on this table. That's all you have, and you treasure it for that reason. Now, this table is arranged like a meal is just finished, dish has been set aside, folks have moved on. I'm supposed to meet Krista, according to the note, if I cruelly throw it away. Krista, supposed to meet her on Phobos. And this alien language that you see everywhere, somewhere is written Phobos. It says Phobos on there somewhere. I just don't know where, because I've forgotten the translation for my own language, even though it's a cipher from English to alien. And it's also 3 a.m., about to be 4 a.m. Taking those 2 elements together, I think it'd be better to just start talking to some dogs and see which ones can lead us to the right ticket counter. Dog says, "Hello, I have short-term memory loss. Do you need a boarding pass to Uranus?" We can say, "Yes, please, not right now, thanks," or "Yes, and I need 50 of them if we just want to spawn 50 boarding passes into the world because we like chaos and we want 50 rigid bodies that all cast shadows to just interact with each other and just spill out all over the place." This isn't even the right ticket counter, so I'm not going to do that yet. And the dog thanks us for giving it a chance to ask us if we want a ticket to Uranus. Let's go to this dog. "Hello, I have short-term memory loss. Need a boarding pass to Phobos?" As you can see, because they have short-term memory loss, their picture changes every time you finish talking to them. It's a cute and tragic detail. We do need tickets to Phobos, and we need 50 of them right now. And the dog says, "You wish to live dangerously." We can pet any dog mid-conversation by pressing P. I'm just going to do that right now. Maybe see me pointing at the dog, so I can do that. As you see, every time I press the P button, a different hand appears from this deck of hands. Just randomly generates, and they all play simultaneously and live out their lifespan together. So feasibly you can have thousands of hands all petting the same dog at the same time if you really want to express love and appreciation in that moment. I'm going to spawn another 50 boarding passes in exchange for petting that dog. And that was a skeleton hand I just used to pet that dog. We've got a bunch of boarding passes here because I made some very poor decisions a few seconds ago. And they all point to one of a few gates. A5, B5, B1, and A1. So as long as we can get there before 226, which is rapidly approaching, because this is still a timed build. The build for No Quarter was timed to build. This is also a timed build. You have to get to your gate and successfully take a flight in 15 minutes. If I don't, I have to start all over again. So I have to find where my gate is in time. Now, if I look at the nearest signage, it says gates A1 through A3 are that way. I do not know the translation for this, but since it's before A1 through A3, I'm assuming this means gates. And because this bottom line on my boarding pass matches the words up here, I'm assuming that means Phobos as well, and we can use that for navigation purposes. Considering that the sign says this is where we're supposed to go, let's jump into this giant pool on the Vaporwave Beach planet, which is very pretty and very nice. We've got a fire hydrant above a door down there, which means bathroom in this universe, because dogs, of course, use fire hydrants to go to the bathroom. It's just logic, it's just common sense. We've got a dog over there, let's talk to it. Knock, knock. Can I go walk? Are we going walk now? What's happening? Are we going walk? We're going walk, aren't we? Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. This pedestrian is very excited and shows that even in an alien environment, dogs still get very excited by door noises. Now, this people mover system, taken from an actual airport while I was standing there, I almost got arrested taking these photos. That just moved us really quickly across a space of ground. So I'll look out for people movers I can use going forward. A1 through A3 are that way. There's a line here that is presumably pointing to the planet itself and tells us what the planet is named, if I could translate it. And we've got this sequence of lines here, which I do actually remember this translation. This stands for Cornucopia, which is the name of the shopping center on this planet. All of those stores, like all the stores in general, are painted with the beach theme of the ball off in the distance. But that cluster of stores in particular has a name. It's called the Cornucopia, and it is where I can go if I need to do some shopping. And I should do some shopping, because there's some nice shops in this game, including a Mothman-themed record shop, which I'm very fond of. Now, we've got lighthouses off in the distance, palm trees, more dogs. Let's go talk to the dogs. I just realized that the planes, there's no runways. I made all the planes stick out of the dunes, because it's better. Despite having Hydra in the name, if you use a fire hydrant, the dog says, you will not be attacked by a mythical monster that exponentially regenerates. I spent 2 years not potty training for this. That's A5. This is A1, right next to A2 and B3. None of the gates are where they're supposed to be, which is part of the challenge. At least that's what I'm going to call it. Your pilot is drunk and ready for takeoff. Hand me your boarding pass and we'll get going. We're going to trust our drunk pilot and not question that deep lore in this universe by handing over our boarding pass. The dog says, "Thank you for trusting your drunk pilot. They appreciate your kindness. Their one job is to bear witness, and you are helping." The giant check mark made of blocky primitives above its head says that we've satisfied that requirement, but we still cannot enter the portal that allows us to go to our set of planes, which are, one of them at least is very deeply buried into the sand over there. If we talk to the passport clerk, I will realize that I needed a passport. Don't know why I didn't think I needed a passport. I need a passport to get off this planet, and I need it sooner rather than later. "Hello," the dog says. "We're ready to take off, but I'll need your passport first." And I don't have a passport. So the dog replies, "Ah, you need to go to the photo shop. I know the manager. He'd be delighted to help you get the passport you need." Now, lucky for us, because the game uses a semi-random shop generation system, basically the layout is always the same, but what stores can spawn in the footprint of the airport always changes. We happened to get an instance where a Photoshop spawned in this space, incredibly close to our gate. So we can get our passport right now, which is luckily because we only have 6 minutes to get onto that plane. Also, this is a Hot Fuzz reference. I do love this game. Pet this dog. Hello. Whoa, he says. You look incredible. I would ask to take your picture, but we've all got places to go and cool things to do, man. If you need a passport, though, you can use my photo booth. All I need is a nice briefcase. You know, for a good reason. I don't have a nice briefcase. I'll come back when I do. I reply. And he says, I'll see you later, gorgeous buddy friend. He's very excited to see me, and he thinks I look pretty, and also I ran into a glass wall because it is 4 a.m. Instead of running all the way back, I can just kind of sidle past this palm tree and leap off the edge of the airport so that I can teleport back to the central platform, which has a number of elevators going to it, but also serves as a really handy place to restart my adventure across the airport. All of the elevators move at different speeds to each other, at different rates, with different delays, purely to irritate you. But knowing what I know about the layout of the airport, which is where playing more of the game over time becomes very handy, I just know if I need a briefcase, I just come to the cornucopia. There's all sorts of shops here. Over here is a toilet paper and... what is it? It's a toilet paper and banana store right next to a warning poster for a dog. It's 2:22. We have 4 minutes. I need to stop lollygagging. Here's a bunch of briefcases. Let's talk to the disgruntled dog inside the briefcase store, which I believe is called... it's not just in case. That isn't enough letters. I need to translate my own billboards again. 3 minutes until we have to go. He says, I hate briefcases. I hate them, I hate them, I hate them. The snappy bobcles and fiddly locks and rough handles and weird materials they put on the outside that get messed up as soon as you use them. I mean, come on, man. What's even up with that? Love customers, though. Welcome to the Briefcase Outlet. It's an outlet for my feelings about briefcases and a method to continue distributing them into the world against my better judgment. I'm going to say I'm sorry, but I'm going to have to buy a briefcase because we're low on time. I do not have time to interact with this dog right now. He says, you understand that I cannot condone this action. I'm going to say yes. He says, well, as long as you know. And I do hope you know. And he gives me an infernal briefcase. I can use this to get to my gate if I can remember where my gate is. I think it's that direction? Yeah, because the sign up there pointed to A1 through A3, which means if we can bring this briefcase to the photo store just on the way to our gate, in time, we can catch our flight. But I have miscalculated and spent too much time looking at the Hot Fuzz reference, which is a mistake anyone can make, really. And that's a very nice palm tree over there. Let's see. Can't really use those elevators right now. Just gotta run up these stairs. There's a few small stores on this floor. Oh, but at least one of them is closed. If I look down there, sometimes you'll come to an airport and some of the stores will be closed and you can't do anything about that. Which is an example of the systemic interactions that change your journeys. Let's get on this people movers and run and jump and keep running. Not gonna talk to that pedestrian. I want to talk to all the dogs. I should have at least petted that dog. Why did I not pet the dog? What's wrong with me? Oh, I got the nice briefcase. Just gonna skip your dialogue. Gonna get the passport. It's spitting out with enough force for the passport to push me back. Okay, I am running with my passport. Please, dog, take it. Please, dog, take it. Where's the dog with the check mark over its head? There he is. Oh, for a second I thought I came to the wrong part of the airport. Maybe I'll keep that in the final version of the game. Here, my passport. Yes. Yes. Run into the spinning JPEG. We did it. With a minute to spare, gosh. And now we're in one of the most beautiful plane interiors I have seen in a game, made by J. Cody Lambert. Speaking of people who make things, as much as I am making a whole lot of this game and directing it, I have got support from a lot of avenues, and I've had a lot of collaborators, and I've had, for example, music from Kevin MacLeod. So I want to call that out and make that very prominent, because games, for the most part, are not built alone, and that is certainly my case. Tom Bonita, my programming tools, design buddy. Game would not have been possible without him. Now I'm going to talk to a farming dog in a beautiful plane because of these fine folks. Sure do love farming, he says. I do too, buddy. Smell of bacon trees lifting over the land. Taking a dump to fertilize the peanut butter orchard. Putting up a scarecrow, for the vampires. You farm for a living? Or I didn't know vampires exist. I'm not going to question his farming acumen, but I am going to ask about the vampires. Heck yeah, buddy. Vampires all the time trying to get my peanut butter victuals. Their fangs, their leather jackets, their little monogram capes. Gotta be careful with them fashionable types, friend. If you don't fall in love and spend the next 30 years running a cozy bed and breakfast on Phobos together, you just end up kind of jealous and unfulfilled. Don't you go letting them vampires steal your heart, son. They say they'll give it back, but they never do. We completed our flight. I'm gonna pet that dog again. Thank you for watching. An Airport for Aliens, currently run by dogs, is on Patreon now. I'm making it, and it is bringing so much gosh dang joy to my life. I hope you enjoyed this as much as I did. Half as much as I did. I am really enjoying this, maybe because it's 4 a.m. and I remember nothing that I've made before, so everything is funny all over again. Until next time, take care, dog fans.